to the David Ian Howe Show. I'm here with a guest that I've tried to get on for a while, but I've just been very busy and backlogged. But here she is. This is History with Kayleigh.
Hi, this is me.
Yeah, it is you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's very warm in the Netherlands for a change, and I'm excited to record with you today.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to have you. Warm in Netherlands isn't really something I think about, but
No.
Is
This
that
does
rare?
not happen often. Yeah, it's very rare.
Okay.
It's early June, and this is like our first real summer day. Usually we get those in like early May at least. So we've been waiting on this day for a while.
Oh, wow. Okay. Does it normally get, like, is it humid there in the summer, or is it kind of just, okay?
It's very Florida, like very humid. And I was planning on like a fun t-shirt with like some of my favorite books. I got all those fun t-shirt. No t-shirt. This is more than the clothes that I could wear. It's way too humid. We don't have air conditioning in the Netherlands. You know, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not a thing here. And our homes are built to keep warmth in.
Oh, okay.
Not to let the warmth out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've only been to Europe twice, and it was both in the winter, so I never got to experience the summer there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got lucky.
I did. Well, the first time I was just in an airport, but so I didn't even know. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you're born and raised in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah, in North Holland.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that makes you Dutch.
That makes me extremely Dutch.
Okay. The Netherlands are one of those weird ones that Americans don't fully like understand, because we just think it's there's France, Germany, and England, and that's it. But then that's different than Belgium, right?
Different, yeah. Belgium used to be a part of the Netherlands until the French Revolution and the French Revolutionary Wars and Napoleon, and then he decided, you know what, I'm just going to steal this.
Sure, that's what he liked to do.
So we lost. Yeah, so we lost Belgium, and now the Belgians speak Dutch and French.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then is English mandatory for you guys, or did you learn it on your own?
It's mandatory up until a point. So you need to know like the basics, basic grammar, basic spelling. But besides the basics, they don't really teach us English.
Okay.
So if you want to know the language, you just have to like watch a whole lot of movies in English with like English subtitles and all that stuff. And especially like the accent. A lot of Dutch people have a very, very strong Dutch accent. Okay. And I'm always trying to get rid of that. It's nearly impossible. It's still there. Dutch people will still hear it, but most people don't notice, thankfully.
Yeah. Well, when I first heard your voice, I couldn't peg a country like where you're from. Like I can tell it's like your second language, but your English is like pretty spot on perfect. So
thanks.
Congrats on that.
I try.
But then again, like Belgium, Netherlands are one of those countries where it's like we don't really have an ear for it because we don't get many immigrants from there, or at least in other parts of the country. But anyway, yeah. So you're a YouTuber. Are you? I guess we'll put it this way. With this podcast, I want people to get to know you more than they can't on your regular channel. So yeah, you're born and raised there. Did you go to school for history, something like that?
No.
Okay.
I'm a high school dropout.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, now we got stuff to talk about.
So I never finished high school due to like personal reasons. When I was young, my life wasn't very easy, and I don't have the easiest parents. Okay. So mostly raised myself. It's fine. But at 17, I left home. I'd already dropped out of high school and went to live with my first boyfriend. Of course, now an ex, but it's fine. And he told me, why don't you do a test and then see if you can like study something that you enjoy or are interested in. So I studied construction to become an architect for like nearly 2 years. But it was 2009, global recession. Couldn't find an internship, so couldn't finish my studies. Unfortunate. So I did another study for like a year, and then I had my tailbone surgery and became unable to work. And I got nerve damage, and the recovery from that took many years. So I got disability pay and my life completely changed. Met a new boyfriend, stayed with him for nearly 10 years, very depressed, not doing well physically, mentally. And that kept on for like a couple of years. Fun.
Yeah.
And then I think I was 28, or I had just turned 28. And it was January, and I decided I'm going to change my life around. I'm just going to do something I enjoy. So I started writing my first script on the standing stones of Kayleigh in Scotland.
Okay.
I was very interested in archaeology and history as a whole. It's one of my better subjects in high school, history. And I wrote that script, and then I got the nerve to sit in front of the camera, and I filmed it, and I uploaded it, and yeah, that changed my entire life around.
I bet. Did it go viral?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. It was bad. It was super bad. No, honestly.
But it was the,
it was the start.
Okay. Yeah. And it gave you the itch to do more.
Yeah. I got addicted to the high of uploading a video.
Yeah, I noticed that when you texted me the other day, you're way up too late, and you said you were stoked your video was doing well. And I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very addictive to see something that you put your heart and soul in perform so good and people resonate with it.
Yes.
And you get so many fun comments, and it starts to live its own life. And it's so that high. It's such a dopamine rush.
It really is. And the way, like if it's a video you really want to do well and it's doing well, that, is great. Because sometimes I put one out, it's just, I need one that week. But yeah, but then when they don't do well, you kind of sit there and you take it. I mean, does that hit you pretty hard too?
Oh, yeah, still.
Yeah.
Even now, 5 years on, yeah. Especially like with, I recently made a documentary video on the pharaoh Hatshepsut.
Okay.
She was an Egyptian pharaoh, a female pharaoh, and she was almost completely erased from history due to the men back then and the men who found out that she existed like not even 100 years ago. So, I mean, and that video just tanked.
Yeah.
And I was honestly like close to crying because I put my heart and soul into that script and the edit, and it's so much work. I think I took about 5 weeks in total, even though I still had to like make other videos and do other things and health issues and whatever. And it just tanked, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if I want to make more documentaries.
Right. What do you think made it do bad? Just Hatshepsut as a topic, or is it?
I think thumbnail? It's partially because 90% of my audience is male, and 60% of my audience comes from the US.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
We don't like...
So I think it's the combination.
We don't like that here.
And also, like, almost all the people that watch me are like 40 plus. So male, US, 40 plus, very Christian. Don't know why they watch me. I do human evolution stuff.
Yeah.
Why are you watching me and telling me that the Earth is only 6,000 years old? Go away.
Yeah.
But hey, it's a view. It's engagement. It's fine.
That is true. Yeah. And I've noticed that too with my YouTube. It's a lot more older and conservative than my other platforms.
Yeah.
I didn't think about Christian. Is there a way to check that demographic, or they just Susan loves Jesus 67? Yeah.
Yeah. But also like the comments themselves, like, you cannot use the word homo in your videos. It's blasphemy.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the Latin word for human. What do you want me to call humans?
Right. Yeah. I haven't gotten too much of that. I do get a lot of like, if I'm talking about Clovis, or I'm talking about, Paleo Indians in general, there's always just like that always brings in stuff, but nothing. Or if I mention race, that always like, comments about that pop in. But trying to think. Yeah. So, okay. So you're doing well with that. Your audience is mostly male then. So is mine. I think my YouTube's a little more like skews more female than like other like, I don't know. I've seen it usually like 99% male for most people that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like 90%.
For me, it's like 90 at this point.
That's pretty
like
wild.
A 9 and a 0.
And I guess
I still want to find the ladies. I mean, come on, girls, I'm fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think there's a way to improve that? I can't ever think of like.
I have no idea. It used to be like 97% male. So I
Even
mean,
better.
I've already found more women in the past like 2-3 years than in the years prior. But I mean, it's really difficult. But also, YouTube doesn't necessarily show my videos or my channel to the female audience on YouTube. Like,
Yeah,
it's also a YouTube fault. It's not just me.
sure. Yeah, and
So I think that's also an issue.
Right. Because I think, at least in the States, like History Channel is definitely geared towards middle-aged men or like retired age men who watch TV. And like my mom watches it too. But yeah, it's always like history's always somehow been like a male-dominated thing.
It's a male-dominated field. It's a male-dominated, but also like all the programs are catered to the male gaze as well. So like on like TV and all that stuff, if you look at like how they portray the males and the females in their like documentary pieces, especially when it comes to like ancient Egypt stuff, the females in their like documentary pieces don't necessarily wear much clothes. It's very catered to the male gaze.
In the reenactments. I thought you meant like the
the reenactments,
the researchers
and
talking.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, but they wore full-on clothes as well. Yeah, sure, there are some depictions and relief scenes of like Egyptian females wearing a little bit less, but I mean, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
They weren't walking around naked. That would make no sense if they would be walking around nearly naked in the sun all day long. Like, come on.
Right. But yeah, even if they live in that climate and are adapted to it a little more, you still.
If you look even in like modern times, even the women there that are like Coptic Christian or not Muslim, they still wear quite some fabrics because it's way easier to deal with the heat.
Yeah, it keeps you cooler.
If you have some like fabrics over you. So it just doesn't make any sense.
No. Yeah. All right. So I don't know how to fix it. I guess with YouTube now, it's like it's primarily more information with some photos and videos on top.
Yeah.
And you don't need that like eye-catching, Kardashian like body in a video. Yeah, So it's like I guess that makes it, or I guess information is changing a bit that way, I would say, which people like you are doing a good job with that. So okay, so you got the disability stuff. How like was that pretty like life? You said it was life changing, but yeah, and it was your lower back or something.
Yeah, so my tailbone apparently was broken in more than one place. Don't ask me why or how, but I had issues of like the whole tailbone area since I was like 12 years old.
Okay,
only got worse. Numerous X-rays, and eventually I found a surgeon who was willing to do the surgery. And so that happened in 2012.
Okay.
And they just removed the entire tailbone up until the last nerve.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's heavy. Like they saw into your actual bones.
And you got to get in there, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you walk? Have to like learn to walk again after that? Or
yeah. No. I walked the next day.
Oh, good.
Like even the same evening, I had to go to the bathroom. So I like called in the nurse, like, I have to go pee. The nurse was like, oh, you can go pee. I'm like, I'm scared to walk. She's like, no, you're going to be fine. It's fine. Just walk.
Yeah.
Okay. And I did, and it was fine. So yeah.
There you go. Okay. And did you have another one after that? Another surgery?
I had a surgery last year where they removed my uterus.
That's right. Okay. So, you did mention that. Okay. Yeah. I didn't mean that was personal. Sorry, but
no, it's fine. It's fine. I don't make that a private thing. I think me sharing my health and my struggles with it online will also help other people who are struggling in their own way.
I noticed that yesterday you had tagged me in that post. And by the way, congrats on being cancer-free.
Thank you.
But yeah, you had a lot of people that were like super supportive of your health. And I didn't realize you had like shared your personal life like that. So
yeah, I found a lump in my breast about a month and a half ago, and it took a while to like fully research it and make sure that it's not cancer, and it seems to just be inflammation. So I should not have cancer, but it still needs to go away within like 5 to 6 weeks from now. And if it doesn't go away, we are going to have to like surgically remove it and then send it off to make sure that it really is not cancerous.
Sure.
So not completely, fully 100% in the clear, but for now, cancer-free is going to be, it's good.
Yeah, that is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then that's probably a bit of a scare.
Yeah, that was very much a scare.
Yeah. So are you full-time YouTube now and that's your whole job?
Yeah, I've been full-time YouTubing since October of 2021. Yeah.
Congrats. That's a few
within
years
2
now.
years of starting my channel. Yeah.
Yeah. And did you get monetized that quick and it was just doing that well? Or did you just kind of decide like, I need to go, full ass this?
I got monetized, I think I started in March of 2020. I think I got monetized officially in December of 2020.
Okay.
So that was within like the first year, and then didn't do much, didn't earn much, like maybe a few cents here, a couple euros there. And then Matt Simpson from Ancient Architects, he gave me a shout out in a video. He had like asked me if he was allowed to do it. And I'm like, yes, please.
That's nice. Right?
Yeah. It's Ancient Architects. I've been watching that guy for like years. And it was really nice of him. And I think I gained like 7,000 subscribers from that. Wow. Lots of views. And so I was starting to make my first little bit of money. Like, I think it was like 50 to 100 euros that month. And I was super proud of myself, stoked. Started making more videos because, yeah, you get addicted to it, huh?
Yeah.
And then my ex made the comment that I was never really going to make money off of it. And if I did, that he was going to see me like driving in a nicer car than he drove. And he didn't want that for me. I didn't even have a license at that point.
Wow. Okay.
And then my grandma passed away and he was being such a dick. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go away and do my own thing. It's been nearly 10 years of being with you and this is not working out. So I packed my stuff and I left.
Good for you, though.
and that's the moment where I decide, okay, now I'm going to go all in. YouTube is plan A. There's no plan B. This is it. And I had that ancient air conditioning video that went viral.
Okay.
Kind of viral. I mean, it's not viral, but it's over 1 million views at this point.
That's viral. Yeah.
Semi-viral. And that made me some money. But then I got called and they immediately canceled and stopped my disability pay because I was making money off of YouTube. So then you have to make a decision. Disability pay or YouTube. So it was just, all in, go for it. Let's see where it takes me. No.
Okay. I haven't talked to somebody with that same issue before because I got really sick a few years ago and I got my insurance company. I don't know, it's probably way different in the Netherlands, but like they give you a person that you talk to every week and check in. I forget what it's called. It's a nurse. But basically like they're trying to make sure that they're spending their money correctly on me. And she was like, you need to file for disability. So I did that because my hands and feet go numb after like a while. And then I applied for it and I did the whole thing. But then, it says that I have two businesses and like I have income coming from all these places. So they wouldn't let me do it, which is fine because I'd rather work than not work. But yeah, field work and stuff's a lot harder now because I got to take way more breaks and stuff. So I felt bad applying for it because I want to be like fully disabled. But when my insurance company's like, you should probably apply, I was like, all right. But yeah, that got my ass in gear to be like, okay, I'd rather not just collect disability and I'd like to, whole ass my YouTube. So, and my other stuff. So yeah, congrats on that. Cause that is probably a hard place to be in for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I spent 6 months in my grandpa's, in a small room in my grandpa's house. I had a bed, my computer, and my corner to film. That was it. The rest of the room was stacked with boxes with all my stuff. Yeah. And I lived like that for like 6 months, worked 60 hours a week.
I know what that's
to make YouTube my full-time job. And thankfully it worked out. because now I can reap the benefits of the hard work I put in back then.
Yeah. No, good for you. It's a lot of work. And I'm sure you've probably addressed this on your channel, but like for a lot of people, I don't think they realize how much work and effort goes into making YouTube videos.
I should have just done makeup tutorials or whatever. I suck at makeup. So, I mean, I understand why I didn't. But like, I could have done something easy and like quick, because video editing and filming itself already takes so long. But the whole researching and script writing, and then people accuse you of using AI or ChatGPT or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, everything you hear me say is what I've written in my own words from reading hours and hours of papers and articles. And oh God, sometimes I dream about human evolution and the papers I've read. It's like, no, I just want to dream about dragons. Please, give me dragons or something.
Do you like fantasy a lot then?
Yeah.
I see the books right there.
Throne of Glass. I got Court of Thorns and Roses. Up there we have Fourth Wing and the Crescent City books. I got Twilight, Harry Potter, and I got a very special edition of like The Hobbit and Tolkien. In English, of course. I only read in English. So this is Return of the King.
Nice. So it's kind of grainy for me, but yeah, I can see it now.
It's fine. But yeah, I like the special edition books.
Yeah.
Not the general ones. Or like the dust jackets. Like Throne of Glass, it's just special dust jackets.
Yeah.
Not special books.
Like the ones that look good on the shelf.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I read them on my Kindle. All of the books here, like on this side, have not been read by me, like physically. They've been opened and I stamped them with my logo because I got a logo stamp.
Okay.
And that's it. Like it's an embossing stamp. So I emboss them, and after that, I don't touch them. They go on the shelf, and it's like maybe in 5 years I touch you again.
Yeah, no, I feel you, because I get books sometimes just because I want to have the book, not that I want to read it. But then they're just decorations to me. Like it adds to you look smart.
But I've read them. Like I've read all of them just on my Kindle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can say that too.
Yeah.
So
like these I rarely read, like physically.
Yeah.
This is my work stuff.
That makes sense too. I don't have my bookshelf here with me right now, but I have like the more academic books. You know, those are like, you can tell they're pretty read through and they're highlighted and stuff. But like novels and things like that, I usually audiobook, but I have the physical copy. I guess let me ask you this. You dropped out of high school, didn't go to college. How did you learn and teach yourself to do research for like anthropology YouTube?
Okay, so my sister is a paleontologist. My sister whose birthday it is today.
Happy birthday.
So
also
she's a paleontologist. Yeah, exactly. They share a birthday.
They do.
So she has a master's degree and recently just finished her PhD. And she was actually the one that figured out that the asteroid, the Chicxulub crater, that asteroid hit in Boreal Spring. That was my sister who found that out.
What's that one? I'm out of the loop on that.
So it's a discovery that was announced in February of 2022 that my sister, after researching fish from, I think it was North Dakota, that she dug up there, she figured out that these fish had like spherules in their gills. And these spherules were from the impact of the Chicxulub asteroid. That killed off all the dinosaurs. And she figured out that these spherules, because they weren't like inside the body, but they were in like the gills, she figured out that these fish must have died nearly immediately after the impact of these spherules, which is like within an hour, half an hour, or an hour of that asteroid hitting Earth, because, you know, stuff goes into space, but it also comes down again. So that's these spherules. And she was looking at like the bones of these fish, and she could see like the rings of like spring and winter and like feeding time, non-feeding time, spring or winter. Boreal spring was when the asteroid hit boreal spring in like the northern hemisphere.
Got you. Okay, so like it hit in that season. I thought Boreal Spring was like a park I hadn't heard of. Okay.
Sorry. Like it hit in the season, like the yearly season of spring in the northern hemisphere. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So I didn't know about that. I didn't know the dinosaur asteroid had a name, or obviously it has a name. I just didn't know that was the name. But cool. I did not know that. So she taught you how to do research? You kind of just figured it out for
I asked her, like, I found this for the very first video I did. I had found like a whole document PDF of like the archaeological survey of like the Colonialism standing stones in Scotland. So I read that whole thing. It was like 400 pages. Never going to do that again, but I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So I asked her, like, if I want to do, like, find stuff or information, where do I find that? She was like, oh, you go to, like, scholar.google.com instead of, like, normal Google to find, like, academic papers and, like, your scientific research you get from there. And I'm like, okay, but I can't open, like, more than half of all this stuff. She's like, Sci-Hubs. Yeah. Don't tell me I said this, but like Sci-Hub.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been very helpful. But most of it, I just kind of had to like figure out for myself.
Right.
Yeah. She just nudged me in the right direction. And I'm not a person that asks for help easily, if ever.
Sure.
So the fact that I already questioned her a little bit about where do I find stuff, that was already like way above what I normally do.
Yeah.
So I like to figure things out on my own. And if I fall flat on my face, well.
No, I get you. As do I. And I think that's part of what makes good YouTubers, I've noticed. It's like a lot of people just want to do it. You have to learn how to figure it out. You spend a lot of time on YouTube. And then you're like, how do you edit? How do I light? How do I set my camera up correctly? How do I look at my SEO? And yeah, you got to like teach yourself all that. So
yeah.
Another thing I wanted to tell you too is you're like probably one of the, at least with what you said in the chat that must not be named, and like other times we've talked, like
chat that must not be named.
Whatever. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it or not.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. I know the first rules don't talk about Fight Club, but yeah, you seem to know like SEO, you know how to do like optimization stuff, like click titles, like all that stuff. And you're like a legitimate YouTuber and you have sponsorships and all that stuff. So can you talk about how that all works? Because I'm just now like getting that momentum. Okay. For the people listening, like, yeah, what's that like?
Yeah. I started with joining a Discord called YouTubers.
Okay.
And then I became friends with like the guy who started all of that up. And we've been friends for like the past, I think, 7 years at this point. Back then, I made cat videos. Like I filmed my cats playing in the garden and inside the house. And I wanted to learn to edit. So I started filming my cats, edited that all together, put music on that, slap it on YouTube. And he was like, this is never going to bring you anywhere.
Yeah, how'd those do?
Sorry. You're a wonderful person, but your videos suck. And so I was like, okay, but what if I want to do it like actually seriously? So on YouTubers, the Discord, there's so much information that you can find. You can ask for feedback on the videos that you've already created, or like for your video ideas, you can even ask for feedback. People can help you with your thumbnails, with your titles, and you start to learn to think as a YouTuber because you talk with people who are like interested in it. Mm-hmm. And so after I got monetized, we had a guy in YouTubers who was like, oh yeah, I'm in this like other Discord server. It's called the, what was it? I'm a moderator there. This is like really bad that I don't even like, it's the partnered YouTube server. I was just like making sure that I said it correctly. So I got into like the partnered YouTube server. Again, became friends with the owner. I don't know why. Back then, I wasn't like a big YouTuber or anything. I had just nailed my monetization when I joined them. But again, I could learn so much from like how to monetize your channel, how to set up your ads. Grab as many ad slots as you can because YouTube might use one or two. But if you only place one or two, they might not use any.
So I don't need to be as meticulous about placing those as I.
Oh yeah, meticulous, but like every 1 to 2 minutes, place them.
Oh wow, I'm putting like 4 in an hour-long video. Okay.
No, because from those 4, they may pick one. But if you placed one like every 2 minutes or so, they might grab one every 10 to 20 minutes in your video. And that would equal to like maybe 4 or 5 total.
Okay.
So you would earn a little bit more from the work that you've already done.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Jot that down for editing me later to do that. Yeah. Because if people play it in class, I don't want them to like see all those ads. But if it doesn't show them, yeah.
It's also like very like YouTube ads are very dependent on the viewer.
Okay.
How often has the viewer interacted with ads or clicked away with ads? That's all. That's the only thing that's very important because it depends on the viewer how many ads they see. If they click away immediately after an ad and they shut off YouTube, YouTube will show them less ads. But if you sometimes click on it or you keep watching or you don't skip, then YouTube will show you more ads because they see, oh, hey, this viewer doesn't mind an ad. So push
Interesting.
ads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is all stuff that most people don't realize or know because it's not something that YouTube necessarily like shouts off the rooftops, which is, I mean, I can understand that. But at the same time, because I've been making videos for this long and interacted with this many YouTubers, but also people who work at YouTube I've interacted with, you start to get to learn the platform a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I always want to share everything that I've learned with other people because if I can help someone else grow and make their passion their full-time job, why would I not try and do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I've done because I'm a moderator now in the partner YouTube server, and I've helped some people starting up with YouTube. I've helped some people who are already doing YouTube for a while, but were stuck in like barely monetized. And like Megalith Hunter, Laura, good friend of mine, I've helped her with her thumbnails and her titles and video ideas, clickbait. Unfortunately, it's needed. I wish it didn't need to be like that, but you know, that's how this platform works. And I try and make videos with people together, collaborate and share with each other what we can accomplish because the platform is there, the viewers are there. Sometimes you can be in the same exact niche but not share the same viewers. So if you combine, you can share the viewers and grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your best advice to new YouTubers or like new science communicators?
Start making videos.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
I get
it's
that.
such a waste to wait because yes, the best time to start a YouTube channel was like what, 10, 12 years ago?
Sure.
The second best time is now. If you don't do it now, you're never going to do it.
I put that animate quotes right there for that.
But you're going to keep putting it off because you're going to be insecure about like your voice, the way you look, your research, the way you are able to like talk to people. Are you able to talk to a camera? All of that, you're going to suck in the beginning and it's fine. My first videos are horrendous. Not even like the audio quality, it's bad. Video quality, it's bad. I'm really insecure and have no idea how to like compose myself. I'm very stiff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, you have to start somewhere and everyone sucks in the beginning and you're going to get better over time. And eventually you're going to get to a point where it's like really professional and you're just going to redo your evergreen content that you made years ago, rewrite the scripts, make it better, film it again, edit it again, bam. And it's a new video that took you like half the amount of research because you've already researched it in the past.
Oh,
that's like what I'm currently also doing. Yeah. Okay. So like I I made videos on like the Homo species, Homo floresiensis, erectus, habilis, heidelbergensis, or like heidelbergensis. But,
yeah, there you go. In the American way.
Yeah. But like for me, I've made the videos in the past. Am I pleased with them at this point in time? No, I can do them better. So I've remade the Denisovans, Homo floresiensis. I've remade Homo erectus, and tonight habilis is going to premiere. I've already done the research. I grabbed the old script. I write a completely new script.
But that
I have the
is like
same
the backbone.
sources.
Yeah,
it's the backbone. I can grab all the sources that I used in the past because I have them in the same Word file. I'm very meticulous in the way I work. Everything is found on my computer. My first video to like my latest video, everything is found, categorized, archived, everything.
I'm the same way. Cool.
It's insane because I know some YouTubers who aren't like this. And I'm like, how do you even function?
Yeah. Sometimes it'll get messy. Like I'll leave something in my downloads folder or something.
Of course.
But I was a curator for years, so like I have to have it, organized by episode number. And are you the same way?
Oh yeah, not even episode number. I have things. Okay, like let me see if I can.
Like topics.
Okay, so I got a video folder, and in that I have my playlists because I organize things by playlist usually.
Oh, okay.
So I've got new discoveries, fact or fictions, inventions. Neolithic era megalithic structures, queens of the ancient world. Of course, the dawn of humanity has its own separate folder. I have to remake that video in the future somewhere.
Okay.
Because it got demonetized because YouTube didn't like dongs.
Oh, the dong of humanity.
Yeah, the dong.
I thought you
humanity.
said dawn, and I was going to make a joke, but okay, cool. You did say dong.
No.
Yeah.
It's all about the schlongs here in ancient times.
Yeah.
Then I got my hominids, live streams. Then I got my museums, collaborations, sponsorships, and then the footage from like my travels. And of course, I have a whatever file.
Sure, like your bucket. Yeah.
Chuck it. Yeah. I have no idea where to place it. It's whatever.
Yeah.
So a little bit like that, but even in all these folders, I've got like the separate folders of like every video, all by name and date, and it's a lot.
That's cool,
it's
though.
About 6 terabytes at this point.
Yeah.
I've
had to get several new hard drives. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like get a second new hard drive because I bought an 8 terabyte hard drive, thinking, that'll last me for like at least 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. When some videos are like 20 gigs themselves, you gotta bring it up. Okay, so your best advice, which I agree with, that's the advice I hated that advice at first, was just do it.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, but I want to get the right camera, I want to get that, and then like this guy was like, you just have to make videos, and I did that.
No one's gonna care about your camera quality, your audio.
Yes.
That's the only thing that you need to try and get right as soon as possible, or at least not have it completely suck. Right.
I guess for my audience that can see my mic right here, there's a reason every podcast uses this exact mic. It's because audio is more important than video. Someone told me at a film school thing, if you have bad video and the audio is good, you always, half the time with video, you always have pictures over top anyway.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But with like, if you have great video, but your audio is like on a cell phone in an echoey room, no one's going to watch it because you can't. Yeah. So it's a good way to think about it. Yeah. Just starting, I think is good. A bunch of students asked me the other day at a field school, like, what's your best advice to start? And I was just like, you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything else. And then after that, you have everything organized so you can go back to your scripts. I think that's a brilliant idea. Yeah. Anything else?
I think it's very good to, before you start making your videos, look at what other YouTubers are doing in like the same or similar niche. And then once you start making videos, stop watching people in your niche completely for a while.
Okay.
Because unconsciously, you will repeat things they've said. You will become biased by listening and watching them.
Gotcha.
I had this myself for a while. I watched a lot of ancient architects, and I was very into focused into ancient structures. And I got so hyper focused for a while that I lost my complete own edge. I lost my sense of self in the way I present things, in the way I want to talk about things, and even other topics that I wanted to cover, but they weren't structures. And it was I need to stop watching other people. Mm-hmm. So it has happened that I have made a video and found out that 2 or 3 weeks prior, a Stefan Milo made a video on the same subject. And I'm shit. I'm going to talk about Homo habilis, but 3 weeks ago, this happened 3 years ago at this point, but he had made a video on Homo habilis. Shit. So what I did back then was shout him out in my video and say, he actually just also covered this subject.
Yeah.
Didn't know that when I was researching it. Now I'm finished. But you can also watch his stuff, and then I linked to his video.
Yeah. And does that help you because you're sending traffic and YouTube's now realizing your channels are similar?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it could have helped me a little bit back then because it didn't get many views back then, but that video did pretty good.
Pretty good.
So okay. I think it, could be very helpful.
Because I know most of my audience comes from the videos I've done with Stefan. And then I get emails all the time of people thinking I'm Stefan and will message me stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Which it's funny. And I direct them to Stefan. But yeah.
I mean, I'm going to talk to him in a bit. When we finish recording, I'm going to have to talk to him on a video idea that I've been maybe getting him on board with or not. And so we're going to have to go over that and see if we can create a collaboration.
Sure. He's on another level. I just did a pod with North 02, which I just did the whole thing and realized his video didn't record, and that's 100% my fault. But I was talking with him that Stefan's videos are just I'll never catch up to that. I mean, I'll do it my own way for sure, but his, I don't know how he's not bought out by PBS or something. His videos are just too good.
Same.
And maybe he is. I don't know, but
he's great.
Yeah, he's coming back on in a few weeks.
Is just top notch.
He's got a whole team and everything. Yeah.
I mean, I'm so jealous of people who have a whole team. It's just me, my tiny office.
Yeah. I just now hired
everything myself.
Yeah. Do you not have an editor or anything?
Nope, nothing. It's me, myself, and I. I like to pay my bills. And living in the Netherlands is very expensive. And our taxes are very high. Yeah.
Okay. You have good health care, though?
It's very expensive as well, and it's not that great.
Bummer. All right, but it's very clean there, isn't it? There's probably something good
in general.
Okay.
I mean, it's a nice country. I love it. Yeah.
I went to the airport in Brussels. That's Belgium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. My American showing. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's fine.
I had a waffle.
At least you didn't ask me how Copenhagen was. People always assume that the Dutch are Danes and the Danes are Dutch. It's not the same.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah. And then Switzerland gets messed up a lot.
Yeah.
And then Austria. But that's just...
that one. That's the big one. Austria and Australia.
I wrote this down a minute ago. You had mentioned 100-something euros. For the Americans listening, in Trump dollars, that's $115. I meant to say that.
Yeah. I forgot.
I forgot to say that. Okay, but so I recently just hired an editor for this podcast in general, so I can get, especially someone get a thanks. Shout out Emma. She's doing this right now. She's doing this one. Just to have, because this is my fun project podcast that gets bigger names. But it's 2 hours of editing, minimum, and then
I know.
I have the other one come in and then I have producers with the other podcast, so it's you need to get this in by Monday. So this one, I love this podcast. So I want to get more out. That's the first time I've branched out and had a team, I guess, per se. So we'll see how that goes. But I just got a sponsorship with Curiosity Box, I think. So that'll pay for that. Cool. But I was going to ask you next, how does sponsorships work for you? Because I know you got contracts and all that.
One of the admins in the partner YouTube server he arranged my first sponsorship, and then he connected me with a friend of his who also arranges sponsorships. And then actually they decided, you know what, we're just going to start a company and we'll arrange sponsorships for YouTubers. And so they started In the Black Media together.
That's good.
Yep, write that down. Write that In the Black Media.
We could talk about them afterwards. Yeah, Black Media.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
So I've been signed with them. I think I was among the first people to sign with them. I think it was around October or November of 21. I met one of the owners of In the Black, like his friend David used to like study and work in the Netherlands. So he had a trip to the Netherlands. So we met up in Haarlem, had some drinks, fun times, cool dude. And I was very happy with the way that they arranged my sponsorships, and they write my integrations, they arrange everything. And I just have to film my integrations. I have to edit them and send them off for review. And once it's approved, or if the changes need to be made, I will make changes and until it's like approved. And then it's just going to slap it into a video. Done.
Yeah.
Then I get paid.
And then they take a cut, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's how that works.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I mean, I
like
know,
if I had to write my integration myself, the cut they take is a little less.
Sure.
But I'm very Dutch, and I'm lazy if I can be.
Is that a stereotype of Dutch people?
Not necessarily, but like we do like to do things the easy way if possible. We don't want to hassle unnecessarily. That is indeed a stereotype. Yeah.
I was trying to make a World War II joke there, but I'll refrain. Just take us over.
Okay, listen. This country is tiny, like tiny, and they still took 3 days to take us over completely. I'm proud. I'm very proud. We lasted for 3 days in a tiny country. You can drive from the most southern point to the most northern point in 2.5 hours.
Oh wow,
we lasted 3 days. I mean, come on.
That is cool. And I guess considering they took France and almost as fast, yeah, you're doing good. Yeah.
I mean, the Danish didn't last long. I think that was just within half a day or a day.
That was just a handshake. Yeah. Just, sure.
It is ours.
Yeah.
You know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could ask a million questions about World War II, but yeah. So sponsorship. So when you get those, I guess for the audience listening, that is the thing. You have a company you work with. They do all that on your behalf. Reach out to them. Do they deal with your metrics, or you got to send that to them, or how's that work?
I sent that to them. Yeah.
Okay. And you keep a spreadsheet for all that?
No, it's just screenshot from YouTube.
Damn. Okay. Too much work.
Think simple. That's the thing with YouTube, as a whole. People make it very complicated in their minds.
Yeah.
Think as simplistically as you can. Title, don't use more than 60 characters. It's too long. Don't start with a number. People don't give two shits about your list or what episode this is. They're interested in the subject, not the episode number. If you want to put an episode number into a title, all the way to the back.
Yeah.
People don't give two shits. I'm sorry. Entice them with a very quick, clickbaity title. A thumbnail should use no more than 6 to 8 words, if you want to use that many. Simple, concise, and make it very colorful.
Yeah.
Or make it super dark. It's either one or the other.
Needs to stand out.
Go full on goth or go psychedelic. There's no in between. You know what I mean?
Clip it. So there you go. Good to know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then your thumbnails, I have noticed they're always, it's you with a subject and you're in the third of it. Which I think is kind of the YouTube standard. It's someone's
kind of the standard.
Yeah.
So back when I started, my thumbnails were absolutely horrendous. I can send you 1 or 2 to have a full on laugh. You can show your audience
war crimes.
You want.
Yeah.
It's fine. But they were absolutely horrendous. And then one of my friends from like YouTubers, he was like, I'm going to make you a thumbnail because your thumbnails are shit. And I'm like, okay, bring it on. And he made a thumbnail and it was absolutely glorious. And I was like, damn, I cannot compete with this. So I asked him, is it okay if I steal this thumbnail format? And he was like, I created it especially for you. That's why you get like sort of a magazine feel when you see my thumbnails, with like the rectangle and the text in it, which is like either the subject of the video or the playlist. So it's like fact or fiction, new discovery, or it's like Homo floresiensis because we're just going to talk about an ancient human. And a little bit on like enticing thing, clickbaity thing on like the thumbnail itself, a little bit of text, then the thing itself, and then me on the left. Very simple. But that rectangle, that was completely his idea. Like, you stick to this only, and you do it, and I've been doing it. It's actually been working pretty well.
The rectangle. Yeah. I'm looking up. Oh, so the title at the top right.
The color of it. And I changed the colors, but it's always the exact same size.
Yeah.
And placement, because I actually have like my entire Photoshop set with like the lines and everything. And
okay. Yeah. Nice. All right. Because I put the episode number. I know you said not to do that, but the episode number and my little logo at the top corners. And then
but like on a thumbnail you can.
Yeah, sure.
With like episode number and a logo here and there, sure.
But in my titles I stopped putting it just didn't need no one reads that far into the title.
No.
But yeah, those stay, like I pull up my Photoshop file, save it into the folder of episode 19, or if it was 18 instead of 19, save it, and then the fun part is like going through the video and then finding which, thumbnail will work best. And then I got to think about that. And then of course I always save it on the low res. I got to go back, I find that same one. And then I guess I could take pictures afterwards, like of thumbnail. I don't know. I just usually screen grab it.
I usually just grab my phone and I use the front camera, and I have like one of my tripods. I set it up on a tripod, and then I have my little super cutesy. This is my remote to make photos on my phone.
Oh,
it's Bluetooth connected. So I put the phone on the tripod, and then I stand in front of a door or a wall or whatever.
Oh.
And then it's just two softbox lights right to my face. Because, the lighting needs to be like the same always. And then, click a couple photos, try to not look fat or whatever, or weird, or blink, or...
Right.
Yeah.
All the things.
And then pick one I pick the one I hate the least.
Yeah.
And that's the thumbnail.
Most fun part of the day is looking through pictures of yourself.
Oh my God, I hate it so much. Editing my face. I knew I was expressive. I never realized how extremely expressive I was. And I talk with my hands a lot.
That's good though.
Lots of Americans hate me for talking with my hands. It's like, what is this like sign language you're trying to do? And it's like, it's called being European.
Yeah. I also get yelled at for talking with my hands constantly, but I was raised by Europeans, so it makes sense.
It's simply called being European. We just talk with our hands. The Italians do this, and the rest of us just do whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I think talking with your hands, it like helps. That's the whole thing too, but it's like it's helping you convey information and think better, which I like. But I think I've been, like gotten that, no, what's the word? The kids say gotten my flowers for being a good communicator. I was gonna say accolade. I don't know what the word would be, but like, and I think a lot of that has to do with like my lecture and like my hands. Like, it's just, I appreciate people that can speak with their hands. Yeah. And it works for dictators really well, but,
for them,
like they study that. Yeah.
They're great at it. But for me, it's like, my mom is very expressive with her hands. My dad is very expressive with his hands. Both are very Dutch. I grew up with it, but at the same time, when I started my channel, I actually sat on my hands like this. And you can see me. I was very rigid. Like in a couple videos, some of my first videos, I sat on my hands for portions because I was so uncomfortable using my hands like I naturally would because I was afraid that people would find it annoying. But it looks so rigid. It was so unnatural. And then after a while, you start, I don't know, growing into your skin in front of the camera. I think
100%.
is the best way to describe that. And after a while, it's just, there are moments where I don't use my hands, and there are moments where I use them way too much. And all of it is fine because that's who I am. Me on my channel, me like here and now, this is me. It's just that in my videos, I try to be a little bit more professional than I naturally am with a smile on my face.
Sure.
But besides that, it's completely still me. People who know me in real life and people who know me only from the channel. If they meet me in real life, they can see, oh, it's just you.
Yeah. Good.
There's nothing special about me. I'm just a weirdo from Holland.
Fair enough. When I've met students in the field that are like, oh, I know your stuff, they always tell me I seem more, and several have said more subdued than you do online. And I guess because on Instagram I can be like kind of spastic, but
oh yeah,
I feel like
that's
I'm pretty
normal.
calm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I noticed now in your thumbnails, there's always one hand not in the frame, which is touching the button. So I got some insider scoop now.
So it's either one like behind the head or in the pocket.
Well done,
or behind me. Yeah, it's all cool. I mean, I do try.
Yeah, I need to do that now too. But yeah, so looking through your pictures, it's like some days like my beard, like, all right, my beard looks good today. I don't have to shave, but then like there's a stain on my shirt, or like there's a stain on my shirt, not a stain on my shirt today, but my beard's off, or like you just look gross, and then you're like, fuck, I gotta take them all again. And then sometimes I'll edit a whole video and like I look like shit in this, but whatever, I gotta put it out. And like it was kind of one of those things, kind of like getting on stage with comedy. It's just like those people, if I bomb, they're never gonna see me again, really, and they're not gonna go home and think about how bad I was all week. Like they might laugh about it, but like with a YouTube video too, it's like Stefan got me out of this. He was like, just put it out there. And like, not that I didn't like the way I looked in it, I just didn't like the video. But if I don't like the way I look in a video, I'm like, all right, well, is it being shared all over Facebook of like, look how bad this guy looks? You know, like I don't worry about it. So do you run into that too?
Yeah. So I had extremely bad acne from like the age of 9 until nearly 28.
Okay.
And it was terrible. And I was
like medication
always
level?
Covered. Thankfully not, but also we don't really do medication in the Netherlands for acne.
That's right.
So Accutane, all that stuff, not sold here. You can't get it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just not here.
That's good because it has bad side effects.
Yeah, so it's a power through kind of situation. Thankfully, my acne has gone down tremendously, but I still do get like the occasional zit.
Sure, same.
And then I get flashbacks from my acne days where I was like being bullied for being an acne face and all that stuff. And then it's like, but I have a sponsorship that needs to go up in like what? 48 hours, and I have to film. If I do it today, I have acne face. If I do it tomorrow, I have acne face. I'm going to hate the way I look. Doesn't matter how much makeup I'm going to use. I am going to see it. So the entire edit, I will just watch the zit on my face and be annoyed.
Yep.
And I'm scared that everyone's going to comment on it. And I've not had one single comment about a zit or whatever.
Good.
In 5 years. I've had lipstick on my teeth once. No comment. And I'm like, that's the only thing I saw when I was editing. I completely did not hear anything I said during the entire edit. I was just, you copy paste and click whatever.
Yeah.
No one said a thing about the lipstick on my teeth, and it was very noticeable.
That's good though, because I have noticed with female YouTubers, it can be like pretty brutal.
We get the other stuff. We get the sexualization. That's why I was like, I put the camera a little bit like, it's a little bit less.
Yeah. Are you comfortable talking about? We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, sure. No, that's fine. I'm very open about everything. Yeah. Because I also think that for like, if you have female students
right.
that know about you and your stuff and that watch this podcast, I want them to know that, yes, it is a part of being a YouTuber and it sucks. But at the same time, I will not let them win. I'm in control of what I do. I'm in control of my own body. I'm in control of what I put out there. And no person sexualizing me is going to make me stop. You need thick skin, but at the same time, just don't look at your comments and you'll be more than fine. Yes. Yeah. Just make videos. If that's your passion, do it. Please do not be deterred, because nasty, angry, shitty men are everywhere. They're on the internet, but they're also in like your local pub. Doesn't matter. You will encounter them no matter what you do. So do the things you love, please.
It's really good advice. Yeah. Because I have noticed with friends, and I think Raven just did that. She had a Joe Rogan video that went really well, like viral. And she was getting, like, I wouldn't look through them and I was like, Jesus. Like, it's just like, they have nothing constructive to say other than like.
People think I use myself in my thumbnails for the boobs. Okay. Yeah. Do you want me to cut them off for you? Like, it's not like I can click them off for a day.
Yeah.
And make a thumbnail photo. It's a part of who I am. I was born with this body. It grew into what it currently is. I had no control. I had no say. So, right. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I have to deal with physically. And it's not always easy. But you know what? I make do. So, but at the same time, I'm not going to hide myself. I'm not going to wear super baggy clothes because I'm scared of men commenting. No.
Yeah.
Because that's letting them win. I'm wearing clothes that make me comfortable, and I have this physical thing. So I was very much abused, neglected, physically abused, and mentally abused by my mom, and neglected by like both parents. Super fun. But having things like suddenly touch me gives me the creeps.
I hate that.
Deeply creeps. So I wear tight clothes, like not tight as in like constricted, but as in it fits me. It's not going to be a loose t-shirt that's suddenly going to touch my skin on my back, which feels like someone suddenly touching me.
Yeah.
I cannot deal with that sensation. So I wear regular fitting clothes, but like they're on the skin, not loose. And then people think that I wear tight clothes so that my boobs will pop out more. They're just there. If you cannot handle the anatomy of a woman, please don't date one. Ever.
It's good advice as well. Been there. Yeah.
So yeah, like people always say like, oh, she's pushing her boobs out. No, I'm standing straight. I have ankylosing spondylitis. It's a not fun disease, but it makes you want to have good posture.
Putting that there in the thing. Okay. I don't know what that is. Is it a spine thing?
Oh, it's a rheumatic condition in combination with like arthritis, and it's also an autoimmune disease. I got the 3-for-1 special.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Love it. Yeah. So bamboo spine is a thing that's very known with this because you get inflammation in like your discs in your spine, and then they fuse and it just becomes like rigid. And that can happen in your neck, your spine, your entire like chest area. If it happens in your chest, you will need to be assisted with breathing because you will no longer be able to like contract your ribs. It's fun.
Yeah.
So if I don't take good care of myself and my posture and everything, like keep moving, go to the gym, all that stuff, I will become rigid and need assistance in breathing, and I will probably die from it. Yeah.
Damn.
There's no cure, unfortunately. But yeah, at the same time, if I do take care of myself in the correct way, I can live a good long life with it as well.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that. It's heavy.
That's fine.
Yeah. Then you do okay with that? Doesn't like loom over you every day?
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
focus on the good things and the positive and what we can control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. If you want to talk about it, we don't have to, but like growing up, like what kind of kid were you? Like were you always into this kind of stuff?
I was always into
like a frog kid?
History and all that stuff, and like reading a lot. Fantasy is also one of my things from a young age. Escape reality, loved that, especially as a kid. I think you get that a little bit from like growing up in an abusive household. You start to like escape reality, try to do that in a healthy way. But like history, I've always wanted to learn more about what the world was like before I existed, or like my hometown in World War II, or my family in World War II, how that all went down. All of that stuff. Always
we can dive into that if you want.
Sure, a little bit. I can do that.
Sure.
I don't know everything in English when it comes to like that, because I researched it all in Dutch, and like I'll see how much I can translate with this.
Yeah.
So my hometown, like my birth town where I was born and grew up in, it's a really old town. So the oldest, it's comprised of 4 smaller towns that became one big town. The oldest part is about 1,000 years old, and the newest part is close to 950 years old. It was located on a natural occurring dike. So the name for that town became literally translated into English, Long Dike.
Okay.
It's very easy.
That. I'm just kidding. We should be all right.
This is the easy thing. So during World War II, my parents, my family did not live in this area. So my grandparents from my mom's side were from Amsterdam, Beverwijk area. Wow, that that was bad. Yeah. That was really Dutch.
You're fine. I heard what you meant.
Okay, so, and then on my dad's side, they came from like the Zwolle area, so on the other side of the big lake. So during World War II, they weren't in my birth town where I was born, but my dad's grandfather and his father, they had like this vegetable cart during World War II, which was his grandfather's business. And so he would get the horse every day and like walk with like a massive cart behind the horse and like go to like the town square and sell his vegetables every single day, 7 days a week. And then the Germans came, and over time, there wasn't really any food left. We were eating like tulip bulbs and all that stuff. It's a thing.
Very Dutch.
Very Dutch. But like the Germans and the NSB'ers, which are like the Dutch people, but they sided with Germans. They had bread, they had food, while the Dutch people were just starving in droves. So my grandfather, one night, disguised himself, went to one of their like campsites, like the places they occupied, and he stole some of their bread. And as he got away, he was shot in the leg by a lead bullet by a Nazi. And he went home, couldn't tell anyone, couldn't let anyone know that he was hurt. And he had to walk around with his vegetable cart for 1.5 years, every single day, 7 days a week, with his son now accompanying him, my grandfather. And he after the war, I think he lived for a couple months, and then he died from lead poisoning.
Oh.
Yeah.
He couldn't get it removed?
No. No, because after the war, by the time that he got it removed, it was already just too late.
Or I guess
he was
like
already very sick from it.
When he got shot, was there like he couldn't go to like a doctor because of the war?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. And he would have been like, they would have notified the Nazis that they removed a bullet.
Gotcha. Right.
There was nowhere he could go to get the bullet removed without it being told to the Nazis that he was the one who stole the bread. And he would have been executed otherwise. So
right. Okay.
it's like, have pain and try to not get found or get executed.
Okay, now that makes more sense. I was missing the context.
Sorry.
There.
Yeah.
Very good. I should have gotten that context.
And so my grandfather had to like take over the vegetable cart, the business. Did not make him a fun person, which eventually led to, of course, we all know the generational cycles that people cannot break. Well, that's why I don't necessarily have a fun dad. I mean, he's a fun guy at times. If I go to the pub with him and I drink a lot of alcohol with him, he's the most fun. But, he's not really a dad in that way as well.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay. So.
But like World War II in my birth town, they had a church in like one of the oldest, like in the oldest section of the town, there was a church and it already like burned down a couple times and lightning had struck it a couple times as well. But when the Germans occupied that town, nearing the end of the war, and the Germans, of course, by then all were very, very aware that the war was ending and that they were losing. And this made them do weird things, like very, very strange things. So one night they just rounded up random men, women, and children. Very random, rounded them up, put them in the church, shot them, and set the church on fire. Why? No reason. No reason besides just they flipped and they decided everyone needs to die. They also had a train. There used to be a train going through my birth town, and there was a station there. During the Second World War, the station got closed due to people like looting from the train. So the station was closed. But people in the neighboring town found that there was one section where the Germans weren't like conducting regular like surveillance on the tracks. So, and at that point, there's like a little bit of a bend in the track. So the train has to like slow down a little bit before it can continue. And so one night, a group of people, I think it was men, quite young, I think it was like 9 or 10 of them, they decided to loot the train. So they did. They were found out and they were executed the next day near the tracks. And we have a massive monument there to commemorate them because all they wanted to do was just feed people.
Yeah.
That's the only crime they actually committed, trying to feed people that were starving. Like the starvation in this country was very, very extreme.
That's something we do learn about. Yeah.
I think more people died of starvation than execution or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think we had to drop
look at like
aid.
Sorry.
I think. No, you're good. Yeah.
You guys dropped aid. The Canadians did too. Yeah. Incredible. But if you look at the deaths of each country by World War II, in combination with the amount of people that were already living in said country. So if you look at like the Polish and the amount of Polish people that died during World War II, compare that with like the Netherlands, our percentage of like inhabitants that we lost is extremely high. So let me see if I can find this, if I type this incorrectly. About 3% of the total inhabitants of the Netherlands died
of starvation
during World War II.
Oh, just more the war.
Yeah, just the war.
That's crazy.
So, and that is like that's only from the numbers that are verified.
Right.
So the number could actually be a little bit higher. But it's crazy to think that. So that's 3%. And if I put that in like Poland, which is like one of the worst countries completely, they had 20%. So they had, it's like 6 million people, but it was like 20% of their inhabitants that died during World War II. Yeah. So compared to like the Netherlands, 20 and 3, it's a big difference. But at the same time, when you look at the other surrounding countries, their percentages were lower. Like Poland was, we all know, it's like the most heavily hit of everything.
Right.
And
yeah, because you got both fronts right on it. Yeah. And then the Russians lost, quite a bit of civilians as well. And quite a bit's an understatement. Yeah, it was the Japanese. And the crazy thing, like, I think it's like 800,000 Japanese civilians died, or Japanese citizens died before the bombs, which is like crazy.
It's
just
insane.
Like that war was just massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there any residual, besides like your family, trauma and stuff like that, like in the Netherlands, like is there quite a bit of that? Yeah.
A lot.
Okay.
We have the Remembrance of the Dead Day on May 4th every year. This year was, of course, the 80th anniversary of our freedom. And that's the day after. That's on May 5th. That's Liberation Day. Okay. And they are celebrated. Like on May 4th, we have like 2 minutes of complete silence in the entire country.
Wow.
You do not make a peep. You shut the fuck up for 2 minutes to think about the people who died in the war and in the wars since. That's added later, but like it started as we think about the people who gave their lives in the war to get us free.
Right.
And then the day afterwards, you celebrate the freedom. So it's like 2 separate days. Very important to this country. People who come here from like other countries, immigrants, they respect that, thankfully.
Good.
Which is good, because I think that's very much needed. Like I had like Sri Lankan neighbors growing up. They were like dead silent because they had just fled the Tamil Tigers a couple years prior. So, I mean, they understood like how important like freedom is, but also remembering those who gave their lives for us.
Right.
At the same time, everyone has a family member who had an experience in the war, even if they maybe are now deceased or like barely alive at this point. But like everyone knows someone or has someone in their own immediate family.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm not sure if we should talk about this, but me personally, you can leave it in if you want.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened at the inauguration in January, it hit us here in Europe extremely deep. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was a
that was very deliberate. Twice within like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's not a I give my heart out to you at all. Not even a little bit, because he even made the angry face that accompanies the movement.
Right.
Twice. You cannot say that's not deliberate. I mean, you can leave it in, you can cut it out, it's fine. But here in Europe, that was for me the straw that broke the camel's back when it came to like, I was already on the fence of like not wanting to use Twitter anymore. But that day,
I remember you saying that.
I shared like pictures of like this massive, massive cemetery in the Netherlands, where only American citizens are buried who gave their lives for our freedom during World War II. I shared pictures of that, and I still had people tell me that it was not a secret.
Right.
Sorry, like what? These are possibly your ancestors or like family members that if you trace them back, you will be connected to maybe 1 or 2 of those buried in my country. We take care of their graves. Highest care. We have a Canadian cemetery in like the south of the country. Kids that go to school nearby get assigned a grave, and they will have to take care of that grave for like 5 years in a row. And lots of kids don't stop with their grave. They keep taking care of it until they die.
Kind of like, attached to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then on like Remembrance of the Dead, that day, people will go there, and like even if they no longer are assigned to a certain grave, but another kid is, and like they're already adults, they will still put like a candle there on that grave to shine a light on the person who gave their lives for our freedom. We are very respectful for the ones who offered up their freedom and life for us. And then we look at what happened in January in America, and it's like, how can we be so disconnected from our past? We are actually seeing a one-on-one repeat, and they're not noticing it. And it's scary as fuck.
Yeah, and then there's some people that just full on like are cool with it. Like, yeah. Okay.
And of course, you get the Holocaust deniers and all those people as well. It's like we see a one-on-one repeat of it happening. We see that even now with like ICE, people that are, even though they're citizens, even though they've had like visas, even people that are just tourists and come to the country for a fun week or whatever, and they're from like a European country like Germany, they still get detained by ICE and then deported. What?
Yeah.
And then the El Salvador prisons and all that stuff. It's like, it's very obvious what's happening. Come on.
Right.
Germany didn't make concentration camps in their own country. They did that in another country and deported people to there. Yeah. It's a one-on-one repeat. It's very obvious.
Not overseas it. What's it called? Outsourced it. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And this is June 13th. I don't know when this will come out, but yeah, last night, like, and if they're deporting criminals, that's one thing, but they still need habeas corpus. But now it's like they're chasing farmers across a field.
ICE agents arrived at the field you see behind me earlier this morning. In fact, according to a couple of farm workers we had a chance to talk to, ICE agents arrived right around 6 o'clock this morning. Cell phone video that was posted online right after the raid show ICE agents chasing after some of the workers. One of the workers described what he saw when they arrived to work this morning, and the other talked about the anxiety of coming to work because you don't know if ICE will be coming to your Ventura County field while you're working.
And like, it looks like the opening scene from Inglourious Bastards, and there's no way you can hide that.
No.
I don't, even my Republican friends, I don't think they're like, defending that, because it's just, it's a gross misuse of power.
You have Republicans, you have the Democrats, and I'm not saying either is good or bad, because if you go down to their core, they just want what's best for them, which is a human trait. It comes from ego, but it's a human trait. We can all respect that at least. It's just that some people, not saying it's either one side or the other, just in general, some people just want to watch the world burn. And some people aren't smart or intelligent enough to understand that their actions have consequences. And if you combine those two, also, sorry to say this, but like dumb people in general just procreate way faster. Sorry, I just had to put that out there, because mostly like academics and stuff, they have like 1, maybe 2 children, but the 21 and counting people in general aren't very smart. All they got is their kids. Come on. So they procreate a lot faster as well. So in combination with a large percentage of people that just want to watch the world burn, and a large percentage of people that doesn't have the intelligence to understand that they're messing it up for everyone on this entire globe, combine them in a country like America that's already very divided, and have the politicians, Trump and like his background, all that stuff, play into that and cater to them completely, get their votes, and you have the control of everything. You have the power to do whatever you want, it seems.
Yeah, it's wild. I don't know if you've seen much of it, and I try not to talk politics, but this stuff's just like too far for me.
Same.
But, like, Kirsty Noem is the lady that's like, she's in charge of Homeland Security. She's a lady that like shot her dog, and it's like a big meme. And people out in the country shoot their dogs a lot, but like, it just, because she's running for office, it got taken out, still weird. She's now in charge of the immigration stuff and all this Homeland Security. And it's like this weird soccer mom with plastic surgery that gets up there and is like literally a Nazi, like talking about how they're going to go into these different factories and deport people. And it's just such a bizarre turn of events I've never thought I'd see in my life. But she's just like this nice little soccer mom lady. And she's like, we're deporting you. And it's like, whoa.
She feels like Umbridge from Hogwarts.
Kind of, yeah.
Or like Harry Potter.
And for people listening,
so
this is upsetting you. I'm sorry, but like it's just there's no other way to look at that. Like it's bad.
Sorry.
And then Trump went
really
on record
bad.
yesterday saying too, like, oh, now the farmers are complaining because they don't have any workers left, and we're going to do something about that. I'm like, yeah, we could have told you that. That's why they're here working.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's why we have a lot of like Polish people from Poland often come to the Netherlands and they work in our farms and like on our farmland, and it pays them pretty well. And then they send most of that money back to Poland. And after a couple of years, they just go back to Poland. Fine. No one cares. They worked here. We didn't need to do it. We're thankful that they wanted to do it. Why would we complain?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And then it's
some of them do the whole drinking and driving, but like that's a very small percentage of them that do weird stuff.
With any population of people. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, deport the ones that are doing the legal stuff, bad stuff, and then the ones that are just picking strawberries for you, so you can have them on Saturdays. I don't think they need to be deported.
Need them. You need them.
it's a mess. And then I don't know
it's a whole mess.
If you don't mind me asking, with like where you're at, like how's the war in Ukraine stuff? Like how's that affect you? So you got Germany as a big buffer between you, but
yeah, we do have Germany as a very big buffer because it's a big country compared to like the Netherlands. But I personally have not noticed a lot from that. My boyfriend is in the Dutch Navy, but he's not there. Like if he has to go out overseas, he always has to go to like the Caribbean. So he's not connected to this. He's not on the ships that would go there.
That's right. You guys have little former colonies down there. Yeah.
Yeah. We have Curacao, Aruba, Bonaire. And so you have the Dutch Caribbean waters that we need to take control of.
I forgot the Dutch did a lot of that too. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We
got a little industrious
well.
there.
Yeah.
Well,
we did bad stuff. But honestly, we really did bad stuff. But
I think Spain has you beat.
Also currently try to like make amends and make it right and do good things. So we help the Dutch Caribbean with like all the drug trafficking in that area. So we help them and we send our ships. Like there's usually one of our ships stationed there to do drug raids. Yeah. Very important, very necessary. And of course, like if you look at like all the colonies and all the stuff that the Dutch did. So Australia partially was, founded by Abel Tasman, a Dutch man.
Yeah.
Just like Tasmania, again, Abel Tasman. New Zealand was named after the Dutch province of Zeeland. Again, founded by Abel Tasman.
Yeah. I just listened to like a biography about him a few weeks ago. I forgot New Zealand was part of that. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Cook gets all the glory, but Tasman was the first to go around there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have the Dutch East Indies, which is currently more like Indonesia, that area. And it's fun when there's like a World Cup of football or like a Euro Cup of football, soccer for the American viewers. Sorry, but we call it football. But then the Indonesians will just like wake up at like 2 a.m. to watch the Dutch match.
Yeah.
I love them. I absolutely love them. They dress in orange and they have like the Dutch flags and they film everything. It's so fun to watch those videos of them. Like it's pitch black outside and they all just like super tired, 2 a.m. and they just decide, you know what? The Dutch are playing in the World Cup. We have to see. It's awesome. I love that. So there's not just, it's also like not filled with hate in modern times now.
Yeah.
Bad things happen, but at the same time, we're all human and everyone alive in the Netherlands now has nothing to do with what happened back then. We don't hate each other. We don't discriminate. We just want to coexist and have a good life.
Yeah.
And I like that. We also have Suriname. Like Suriname is a country above Brazil.
Oh, right.
I think it's like next to French Guinea or something. Yeah. So you have Suriname. And then, of course, like New York used to be New Amsterdam.
Yeah. The town I grew up in is called Islip. That's a Dutch word, I think, or a Dutch place.
Okay.
Long Island was, Dutch first before the British took it over. I feel like, especially in archaeology, there's a whole like decolonization and like all with everything going on in the world. And like a lot of people, I think, aren't like, how's the word? How to describe this? Like the way you just phrased it, like I'm not responsible for what the people did at Jamestown 500 years ago, So, and I think a lot of times people like don't know how to separate that. And it's like, like you and I as like modern, European or European American to me, European to you, can be like cognizant of everything that happened and know about it and be able to teach about it and look at it critically. But like my family got here in like 1890. So it's like I'm not Columbus. So I think, and especially it's just interesting, especially when I post my stuff on TikTok, I get an insanely different critique of it than I do on like YouTube. Whereas YouTube, someone's like, you need to stop apologizing to Native Americans so much. And I'm like, well, let's split the difference. But it's interesting doing content creation in that sense, but then trying to look at it academically too. But
it's very difficult.
Before I get into the questions from the audience, what is your like favorite video you've made? Like what are you most proud of?
Most proud of, that will be the Doggerland video I did with Mini Minuteman.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had like 3 separate days where I went out and shoot like footage, like outside footage, which I rarely do for my channel. So I went to a beach area and a dune forest, and I made beautiful shots and I used them in the video and I loved it. And just the amount of research I put into that script, how the script turned out, like how I filmed it eventually. And then the entire edit of that video took me 25 hours in total. That's the longest edit I've ever done for a video. And thank God I did, because I'm most proud of that one video.
Yeah, I have to watch that.
I feel like it's perfect. Yeah.
The Doggerland video, I'll make sure to put it up.
The Doggerland with Mini Minuteman from last October.
How is he? He's never talked to me or like messaged me before.
He's always busy.
Yeah.
He's always busy. I mean, he's super fun and nice. We had I emailed him in March of last year. Hey, do you want to do a collab? And he's like, yeah, I'm very interested. And so I emailed him again in May. He's just very busy and doesn't often watch his emails. And then in July, we had a video call and we went over the subject of the video and what we expected from each other and everything. And we expected the video to be up in August. Well, that went up in October. But he's just very busy. I got very busy as well in between. And I don't mind people being busy, just like with you. We had this podcast planned for a while. For a while. But who cares? I'm still here next week. I'm still here next year. I really don't mind. I just want to make fun stuff or educational videos or have a fun conversation and just enjoy it instead of being super rigid with, I need to upload or I need to do this now. No, just chill.
Yeah.
Chill. Breathe. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm to anybody listening that I've said, you can come on the show. It has nothing to do with you. It's just that I'm so busy. And then on top of being busy, there's other things that I just don't get to. So I'd love to have everybody on. Is there, I guess the Hatshepsut video didn't do well. Is there a least favorite video you have?
I mean, my least favorite video, and this is going to hurt a lot of people.
I guess a better question you go though. Yeah.
Yeah. My least favorite video is going to be the ancient air conditioning video that kind of went viral.
Ancient air conditioning. Okay, and that's an old one of yours?
Yeah, it's from August or September of 2021.
We're gonna look it up.
That's the reason I had to stop disability pay and become a full-time YouTuber.
Oh,
But
1.4
the
mil.
video
Wow.
itself isn't even the worst. It's just that I'm wearing a shirt with an American flag as sunglasses.
You are. I see it right here. Yeah.
Yeah. The sexist comments on that video were very much insane. And that made me hate that video so deeply. Even though the graphics that my friend Nick from Found and Explained made, the graphics are incredible. He did such a great job, and he did that for free because he just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And I ended up absolutely despising that video just due to the comments it got.
Just commenting because they thought you were American, or just because they... I gotcha. Yeah,
and
I'm
like
putting the two and two together now.
most nasty way you can talk to a woman, say you want to do things with her, preferably when she's unconscious. Things like that.
Yikes.
Yeah, very graphic.
Do you think some of those are bots, or do you think those are like real dudes doing that?
Those are absolutely real dudes. So? I don't think a bot can create something that vile.
Yeah.
No, it has to have a human brain, unfortunately.
I'm not reading the comments just here. I can't.
Oh no, we filtered most of that out.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, because I do wonder, like sometimes on my Instagram, it'll be like bot-ish type comments, but YouTube, it seems to be pretty genuinely people.
I can send you some screenshots on Instagram from like some of the comments I've received over the years.
Yeah. And I mean, we're about to get into it, the questions the audience have for you, but it's like, it's just so interesting to me that like when, like if I have a female guest on, half the questions are just like jokes about that. And I'm like, all right, let's talk about Homo naledi. Not that.
No, it's homeowner lady. Don't forget this.
Nice.
It's homeowner lady. Because I made a video on Homo naledi and I pronounced it as Homo naledi. And then YouTube closed captions thought I said homeowner lady. So that became merchandise that you can buy on my merch store, historywithkayleigh.com.
Nice.
And it's homeowner lady.
Thumbnail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot, I don't have it like here. Damn it. I can send you a picture.
We'll put a picture up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Filtering out the comments about your appearance. There is one about Homo ghost lineages. What are your thoughts?
I think there are many ghost lineages because we know of at least 6 to 9 ghost species that we have found through DNA that are not traceable to species that have lived in the past. Ghost DNA. So there is definitely, there are species that we have not yet found or discovered that have existed in the past that gave way to our own evolution.
Yeah.
And I want them now. People start digging. Come on, I want them.
Imagine as genetics get better, we'll find that faster. But
oh, please. And our DNA research needs to be perfected so that we can trace DNA back way further. Way further. Yeah. But absolutely, I feel like ghost lineages, ghost DNA, it's evident that there is ghost DNA, so therefore there are ghost lineages.
Yeah. I'll put a definition of ghost lineages here.
Ghost.
This isn't a question from them, but I guess I'll ask it alongside that. What's your favorite prehistoric human or hominid?
Homo floresiensis.
Yeah.
The hobbit species.
It's a good answer.
They're so cute and tiny and have big feet, and they lived on an island and they hunted Komodo dragons. Come on.
Yeah. Pretty wild, right?
And they also hunted pygmy elephants. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I just love them.
They're little mutant Homo erectuses, which is just so funny to me. Yeah.
Exactly. But that's the thing. They're possibly even mini mutant Homo habilises.
Oh, really? I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, because their morphology is much more similar to that of habilis than erectus. So there are some anthropologists that are of the belief that maybe habilis also made their way out of Africa, or that the ancestral species of floresiensis was a lineage from habilis that went to Indonesia. and then maybe mixed with erectus, but like they look a lot less like erectus than habilis.
Yeah, I'll have to pull that up and look at that. It's cool. I hadn't heard that.
It's really cool. I actually covered it in my Homo floresiensis video from last January that did extremely well. Holy shit.
Okay, cool.
It's close to like 1 million views at this point. Can't believe that. Yeah. It actually went insane. Most of my videos don't do that, but this one just...
With the air conditioner video and then that video, it's close to 1 million. What do you think the secret formula is there? Like, what did it? It's just the subject?
With this, honestly, it's either the subject or perfect timing or just serendipity. I have no idea. Like, the universe decided, you know what? We will grace you. That's how it feels. Of course, you have to like make a good product, like a good video, good thumbnail, good title. But going that insane, it has to be like something I can't control. Because otherwise, all my videos would perform like that. And they don't.
Right. Yeah, if I could have a video do 100,000 views every week, I'd be okay, you know?
I would be okay for the rest of my life. Because then I can like save up a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't have that at this point, you know? Like,
right.
I can make do.
I get it. Yeah, because it's like, everyone's like, you should come do this, or come check out my site. Or like, if you ever come to Australia, like, we can do this. I'm like, yeah, I'll just pay $2,000 to fly to Australia tomorrow and do it. But if I had the views and money to do that, I would.
Yeah, exactly.
But hopefully that comes soon for the both of us.
Yes, exactly. Same.
Let's see. And then somebody asked you the evolution of medicine, like ancient medicine. Is that a video you did or something?
I did do a video on like...
Let me double check how they phrased it.
I did a quick video on like the orangutan that healed a wound in its face with like a plant.
Okay, that's
I also covered the oldest amputation. That was like 31,000 years ago.
The Neanderthal or the human? The human.
Human on the island of Borneo, I think.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the evolution of medicine from ancient times? That was the exact question. Sorry.
Okay. So I think we humans figured out from like eating plants. Also, like some humans ate plants and then they died. So the other humans were like, okay, no good plants.
Yeah.
That's a no plant. But also we started eating plants and other things. And I think we humans, just like I said with the orangutan, we are smart. We figure out if you're eating this plant, suddenly you don't feel the pain in your back that you felt for the last 20 plus years. So that plant helps with my pain.
Yeah.
So you start eating that plant. And then others realize, oh, hey, that plant helps with pain. And so that gets passed on, that information. And I think that's with ancient medicine, I think it very much started like that. You eat something and you realize, oh, it has an effect. Just like we have, what is it, like monkey species that eat fermented fruits. We even have, I think, elephants that do it. Dolphins with the pufferfish.
Oh, yeah.
That are very toxic, but it makes them like very stoned or looped out or whatever.
Yeah.
They get like this reaction to it. I think all species are capable of experiencing that in a sense. It's just that because we started making our tools and we started living in these close-knit cultural communities, so like the Neanderthals started living together, Homo sapiens grouped together, we intermingled, we like did the fun stuff together, and then, the Neanderthals got into the human genomes, fun times, but they had some raves, but
stone tool music, yeah.
But at the same time, I think a lot of information at that time was passed on as well. So like the Neanderthals created shelters from like mammoth bones, and then Homo sapiens started doing that as well later on. I think they were taught how to do that from the Neanderthals. We perfected it because our brains were more capable of like intelligence and creative thinking, but it all started with other human species that taught us stuff. We didn't come up with making fire. Homo erectus was already using fire 1.6 million years ago. Like, we're not special. We're just the latest new and improved edition of. humans. That's how I personally see it. I still, like, with people that are in my comments that say, like, humans are the epiphany. No, we are animals. Look at how animalistic we are when it comes to killing each other. Mm-hmm. We are absolute brutal animals. We also have a lot of intelligence, and if we direct that in the correct way, we can do incredible things like go to the moon, research the space and time and like the Hadron Collider and all that Big Bang stuff. Yes, we are absolutely very intelligent, but we were taught a lot from ancient species that lived before us. We would not have been where we are at today if it wasn't for Homo erectus, Heidelbergensis, Neanderthals, Denisovans, Floresiensis even. They all had their, how do you say that? I think they all had like at least a hand in the jar.
Yeah.
Like at least they gave us a push. We're just the latest new and improved edition.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
Evolution perfected it. Yeah.
I always tell people, like, when they're confused about human evolution, it is very complicated, but like we're all just mutant Homo erectus in a sense. Like Homo erectus was the last one, the last like prototype, and everything else is just like a regional variation of it. Yeah. And then
absolutely.
Modern humans just are the most populated one. Yeah.
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 We are, it's also fun to look at the fact that Homo erectus existed for nearly 2 million years, possibly longer, because the fossil record says 2.2 until 2.2 million years ago until like 108,000 years ago, doesn't mean that they didn't emerge earlier than 2.2 million years ago, and doesn't mean that they weren't here for longer after 108,000 years ago. So the fossil record, very incomplete, will never be complete. It's fine. Not everything that dies becomes fossilized, so therefore it'll always be incomplete. But Homo erectus traveled from Africa all the way to Indonesia. And along that way, they lived and flourished and just completely perfected navigating all the different climates and everything. And I think that the issue that all the other human species had that our species did not have, I think up until approximately right now, or in the next 1,000 or 2,000 years, they weren't able to procreate fast enough. It was very slow. Mm-hmm. Neanderthal population size was always very small, even though they existed for quite a while, but it was always a very small population size. And they also lived in smaller groups.
Yeah.
And I think we, Homo sapiens, are able to procreate so fast, so easy, like not me personally, but other people. Mm-hmm. But I think that was the reason that all the other human species went extinct. Because we procreated so fast, we took over where they lived, we merged with them, we assimilated them into our genomes. They became part of us instead of us becoming part of them, because we were able to procreate way faster.
Yeah.
If a Neanderthal woman and a Homo sapien man got together and got a child, the chances of that child being born and surviving were slimmer than putting it the other way around, a Neanderthal man with a Homo sapiens woman.
Right.
Because we are easy. It's much easier for us to procreate, to be fertile, everything. We're just new and improved, and thankfully we were able to like get a lot of kids out.
Yeah, yeah, and that's probably
that's how I see it. Like it's not based on the science, but from my research in these past three and a half years, I think that makes most sense. We're not better than them. We were just able to like have way more kids and populate this earth way faster than them. So they became a part of us.
Do you think that has to do with our culture, though, too? Like with the ability to make more complex tools and shelters and clothing and stuff? Or is it just a matter of procreation?
It's possible. But I think we started making all the tools and like the more sophisticated stuff, like really in the last 50,000 years after most of them went extinct already.
Yeah. The lineages, like, so we only get Neanderthal DNA from, I think, the mother line, or is it the male line? Either way, for exactly kind of what you're saying. Yeah. Just didn't have increased fitness for whichever variation of the child that was born. And then some of them might have been mules, which is interesting too. Okay. So my last questions for every guest usually is, what do dogs mean to you? But you have cats, correct?
Yep. Yeah. I was just messaging with Stefan Milo with like, I told him like I was going to film with him, like do the collab talk, but we had planned it for like 8, but everything just got mushed and changed with the time. So I told him like David and I started a little bit late. I might be a bit late for you as well. He's like, tell him dogs aren't cool and cats are great.
That's a Stefan comment for sure.
But also at the same time, I have to say, I agree with him. No, I like dogs a lot. My cousin, whom I have a matching tattoo with now, she had a Labrador growing up, Monty, and I was always very scared of dogs, but I wasn't scared of Monty. And my neighbor had a Finnish Spitz, beautiful dog, beautiful coat, was very, very much abused as a puppy. And later on in life, very scared, didn't like people, didn't want to be touched by people. I could cuddle that dog for hours. So yes, I like dogs. I love dogs. I just never owned one. I've always owned cats. And I like cats because they're very independent and they're very, very strong-willed. I love that about them. They do whatever the fuck they want to do, and they will never do what you want them to do. Ever.
I respect that about cats. Yeah.
I love that. I'm a woman. I love that. I'm the exact same. I never want to do things that people want me to do. I will just do my own fucking thing. This is why I have cats. I respect that so much. Please be you. Unapologetically. Yeah.
So if I were to ask you, what do cats mean to you? That would mean, do you unapologetically? The world. Yeah. Okay.
I would almost kill someone if that would mean that I could save my cat.
I get that.
And I have 2 cats, but this mostly goes for one, and that may sound very harsh for the other.
Yeah.
But like this lady cat was born on my hand. She was 60 grams. Normal kittens weigh around 100.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to translate it into
super small, super, super small. She came from a litter of 5. Her 4 litter mates died within 24 hours because they were born so small. I bottle fed her for the first 4 weeks, took her to the vet 5 times to give her like adrenaline shots to keep her alive. And she's turning 11 in October, and she's yay big. She never got big. And the bond I have with her is just so special. I also owned her dad, and he got skin cancer that was very aggressive. And we had like surgery, and they got it removed. And so he was in recovery from that. And within 5 or 6 days, he had like 9 new spots all over his body. So I had to make the tough decision to let him sleep forever. And he passed away in my arms, and I cried for like hours. Yeah. And then his daughter was suddenly alone. And so I have his ashes in like the cupboard right on the other side of this. Like this is a slidable. It's on the other side. It's still in the tin because I will buy a beautiful urn one day because I will have to reconnect him with his daughter again. Like they will have to be placed together in an urn. They were inseparable in life, so they will also be inseparable in death. But thankfully, she's still with me, and she's healthy. She had a little lump on her side, so we went to the vet yesterday because I was like panicked, like, no, not my baby.
Yeah.
I'm ready to kill everyone, but she's fine, very healthy teeth, healthy heart, lungs, and everything, and she's happy. And I just love her, and I just want to push her and like, I can eat
get
her,
that.
but
Just want to eat her. Yeah.
don't actually eat her. But
Sure.
yeah. Oh, she smells so good.
Your cat and puppy always smell the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's
I
funny.
guess the same with babies, but I've never had my
But
own
like,
baby.
I have a British short hair. I got her a friend, a beautiful, gorgeous boy, dumb as a fucking rock. He has 1.5 brain cells fighting for third place.
The cat?
Yeah. He runs against a door at least 3 times a day.
Wow.
Dude, you know how to brake. Put on the brakes. No, he doesn't. Just into the door 3 times a day at least.
Some cats are goofy like that. I do wonder if it's a show or
he has no intelligence.
Okay,
None
so
at
you're
all.
pretty sure.
He has a little bit of hunting instinct.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, we wish him well.
We wish him well. He will be a very happy, healthy, fat, chunky cat because he likes food too much.
Good. If you send me pictures, I'll put them here in the video.
Oh yeah, yeah. I will send you one of his beast mode pictures.
Beast mode pictures. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
All right, we'll put that here. And then my final question for you, Kayleigh, would be: what does it mean to be human? You can take a second while I take a drink.
Oh. For me personally, what it means to be human is to acknowledge and understand that you are not the center of the universe, and our species is not the center of the universe. We are just a blip in the system. The cycle of everything, space, time, all of the dimensions, everything. If you look at everything together, we are like what? The last line on the page of the book? Unlike the current last page of the book. It's nothing. An ant has been more significant than, exactly. Us and direwolves now. Like, our entire existence has been less significant nearly than, like, what, ants?
Yeah.
Who've been here for, like, way longer, higher numbers, systems, hierarchy, workforces. They all had it down already. So we're, on one hand, we are nothing. And on the other hand, we're at the same time the most beautiful species alive. We are capable of incredible things if only we are able to like keep our minds on the correct path and stop killing each other.
Yeah. Maybe we'll figure that out at some point.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on that note, Kayleigh, thank you for coming on the podcast. I think that was a great answer, by the way.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. We've been trying to do this for a minute. Glad to have you on. Welcome on anytime. Where can people find you?
History with Kayleigh on YouTube and Instagram and Threads. And yeah, I'm on X, but I only share my video, like the link to the YouTube, because I don't want people to like start using my account for nefarious reasons. So I keep it active by just sharing video links. But that's at Kayleigh History. You can also go to historywithkayleigh.com to get your merchandise, especially your homeowner lady shirt, which is actually indeed a depiction of a homeowner lady in like homeowner lady attire.
Nice.
And I love it. It was made by a Lady Pink NYC, a graffiti artist from New York City, and she was amazing. She accompanied me in Turkey last tour I did. And you can join me in Turkey on my Turkey tour, and the links are found everywhere I post. So like on YouTube in the description of the videos, on Instagram I have a story, like you can click on, like you can find it. Trust me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you. And if you have any questions for her, put those in the comments here. Next time she comes on, we can answer those. Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, and we'll see you next time.